The longest trail in Butte County is a tour of railroad history, gold rush history, modern engineering, and of course, beautiful landscapes. Don't worry, you don't have to do it all at once. There's plenty to explore on each section. Hi, I'm Jason Mandly, and on this Butte County adventure, we're taking a tour of the Brad Freeman Trail. This 40-plus mile long trail was named after Brad Freeman, who is a local bike enthusiast here in Oroville. The trail was designed for bikers and hikers alike. You can sample different sections of the trail in any order you want, but we're starting out on top of the 770-foot tall Oroville Dam. As you know, Oroville Dam is the tallest dam in the entire country, and if you're taking a walk on the Oroville Dam, you're taking a walk on the Brad Freeman Trail. It's a great spot to go out for a walk, a bike ride, walk your dogs. A lot of people here like to park on either sides of the dam. There's free parking here close to the spillway and also on the other side of the dam at the day use areas. If you get to any of the boat launch ramp areas, you will have to pay a day use fee, which is about $8. And the Brad Freeman Trail here will connect to other trail systems like the Potter's Ravine area over here on the north side of the dam, or the Kelly Ridge area, and we had a whole nother adventure on the Kelly Ridge. You can find more information about that adventure at explorebutecounty.com. It's a beautiful day, so I'm gonna go take a walk across the dam. Another thing I love about walking on the Oroville Dam is you have amazing views of Lake Oroville and amazing views of the Sacramento Valley. On clear days, you can see all the way across to the Coast Range. You can see the Sutter Buttes. And it's also a great place to see the sunset, no matter what season it is. Head to the far side of the dam just before the spillway boat launch area, and you'll find the trailhead for both Potter's Ravine and the steepest section of the Brad Freeman Trail. Don't forget your mountain bike. So this section of the Brad Freeman Trail that starts next to the spillway, if you brought your mountain bike, is really fun. It's about 2.5 miles of downhill single track, but it's a great place to hike too. It's one of the few single track areas along the Brad Freeman Trail, so you can get a lot closer to the flowers if it's spring, or to the beautiful oak trees in the summertime. Just keep an ear out for mountain bikers bombing downhill. If you want to make it a shuttle hike, you can park up here at the spillway and park a car off of Cherokee Road. We'll check out that section later. While you're up here, you'll certainly notice the Oroville Dam spillway. During times of high water inflow, the spillway can release hundreds of thousands of cubic feet of water per second. The Brad Freeman Trail wraps almost entirely around the spillway, so there are several sections where you can get a good look at it, or even get a good soaking by the mist. The trailhead off of Oro Dam Boulevard underneath the dam is one of the best seats in the house. Check for trail and road closures during times of high water flow. We're heading downstream to where the Brad Freeman Trail follows the north and south shore of the diversion pool. The South Shore section has one of my personal favorite adventures in Oroville, a quick walk to the train tunnel. So you'll want to make it to the train tunnel on the Brad Freeman Trail? It's really easy. I like to start right here at the end of Old Ferry Road next to the diversion dam on the Feather River. The trail, it's only about a little over a mile into the train tunnel, so about 2 miles round trip. It's not too hard, and it's on a flat rail bed. We'll talk more about that soon. Let's go! So the Western Pacific Railroad years ago used to bring passenger lines right here all the way through the Feather River Canyon, including the California Zephyr train, which was famous for its beautiful routes. Of course, when they filled up Lake Oroville, the train route had to be adjusted, and so they built this new bridge, but the former rail bed that goes to Oroville Dam is right here on the Brad Freeman Trail. Pretty cool. So this section of the Brad Freeman Trail is pretty easy. Again, we're on a former rail bed, so it's nice and flat. There's not too many hills, and it's just mostly gravel. So all you need is, a good pair of walking shoes. It's a pretty nice stroll, a pretty easy walk to get to the train tunnel. On the other side of the diversion pool, you can actually see the other side of the Brad Freeman Trail. It goes from here all the way up to Oroville Dam, across the dam, back down, and across on the other side of the diversion pool. And we'll check out other sections of the Brad Freeman Trail later on. All right, so we made it here to the train tunnel. Yeah, this was one of the first tunnels that the train would encounter when going through the Feather River Canyon. The train tunnel is still intact, so you can walk on through it. It is dark if you don't turn on the light. However, there is a switch available for you to turn on a couple lights so you can see your way through. And I'm gonna turn that on right now. Yeah, so we're showing up here in the spring and we had a really wet winter. So right now it's a little wet here in the train tunnel. If you come here later in the season, it should be dry and ready for you to march right in. And of course, it's a train tunnel. So when you do show up, you're gonna have to give it a good echo. Now let's take the Brad Freeman Trail into the heart of Oroville. Just below the diversion dam, you can take a relaxing stroll along the eastern shore of the Feather River. Check out the short but scenic Seawim Bow Trail as a nice loop option for those on foot. So the part of the Brad Freeman Trail that gets close to the city of Oroville goes right along the Feather River. Now, the part that's near the Feather River Nature Center and the Bathhouse Museum, there's a really pretty trail called the Seawim Bow Trail. I believe that means river trail in Maidu, and it was constructed a few years ago right along the Feather River, and it's a really pretty single track trail with some very interesting art installations. This area is also home to the Feather River Nature Center in the historic Bathhouse, which is open to the public on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The Brad Freeman Trail zips right past downtown Oroville while hovering just above the Feather River. It's a short walk or ride from the trail to shopping, restaurants, or Oroville's collection of downtown museums, including the Bolt's Antique Tool Museum, the Pioneer History Museum, and the Chinese Temple. The Brad Freeman Trail also connects Centennial Plaza, Bedrock Park, and Riverbend Park. Now it's time to rack up the miles. This stretch of the Brad Freeman Trail that goes through the Oroville Wildlife Area and around the Thermalito Forebay is great for longer biking tours. Bring your gravel tires. Short walks around the levee or down to the Feather River are an option too. The trail eventually loops back towards Oroville, but not before going by another local favorite, the Thermalito Forebay. The Brad Freeman Trail cruises along the north side of the Thermalito Forebay, and during the winter time, all of these rolling hills are nice and green, so it's a great time to come out for a walk. In the spring, you'll have lots of wildflowers, and when it heats up, well, we have the North Forebay Recreation Area here, part of the state parks of Lake Oroville State Recreation Area, and they've got kayaks, paddle boards, and all sorts of stuff to help you cool off. There's plenty of signage all around the Brad Freeman Trail to help keep you on the right path. But of course, be sure you're prepared before arriving to help your adventure go smoothly. Links to trail maps and directions are available at explorebutecounty.com. So the Oroville Dam is way over there. I can see it in the distance. And we went all the way up there along the Brad Freeman Trail to all sorts of different spots. All the way to the Thermalito Afterbay, all the way back up here to the Thermalito Forebay. I'm just blown away at the variety of sites and activities that you can do on the Brad Freeman Trail. Thanks for joining me, Jason Mandly, on another Butte County adventure. There are a lot of cool places like this all around Butte County, so keep on exploring.